There are two main reasons why measurement of impact is very important. One's at an individual level and one's at an organisational level. If you take the organisational level first, most departments have to show a return on investment, including the learning and development departments. So they need to be able to show that the money that's invested in their department and individual learning projects is actually worthwhile doing. So if you take a simple formula, value equals benefit minus cost, at that level, cost is often seen as a financial cost. Therefore, the benefits need to be seen as a monetary value. At an individual level, it's very difficult to change behaviour. Trying to change behaviour without any level of measurement is very imprecise. You don't know if what you're changing is the right thing to change. You don't know what the impact on results is. So it's very important we can split down and actually measure what people are doing. It's very important the organisation connects with the individual, because if they can promote those changes, make them public, it's a great motivator for the individual and for other people who can follow on behind it. Traditionally, in a commercial environment, the measurements that are used are things like sales volume, profitability, cost reduction, possibly even a net promoter score. But people know that they don't have total control of those things. There are external influences such as competition, market, environment, etc., which can make those results go up or down. So we can't always relate what happens in training to the end result. But it is very important that in training we can actually measure what people do and be able to break down those things that people do into small chunks. And for 40 years, Huthwaite International has been looking at the behaviours of salespeople that stand out in negotiation skills, sales skills, communication skills, customer service. However, some of the skills that people are asked to learn may seem counterintuitive. So, for example, how many people would have thought that 12% of everything a skilled negotiator would say would be about their inner feelings? Trying to teach somebody that and get them to do that requires quite a lot of practice, quite a lot of feedback and quite a lot of measurement of what they're actually doing. You could perhaps relate it to the success of the British team in the 2012 Olympics under Sir Dave Brailsford. His view was marginal improvement. So they'd take 1% off the weight of a wheel. They'd change slightly the body positions of some of the riders. And not everything was about, do we always improve a lap time? It was about making sure that that individual piece was right. And then when all those pieces come together, the improvements come with it. Ideally, all managers should be coaches, and we can help them with that. We can give them pragmatic performance measurements so that they can direct people to the behaviour change that they need. But actually, not all coaches need to be managers. We found a lot of organisations these days are either employing coaches from a different part of the organisation or outside who aren't necessarily managers. There seems to be some benefits in this, and as a research organisation we're still looking into exactly what those benefits are, but it appears to be that those coaches can concentrate so much more on the actual performance of the person at that time, rather than worrying about what was the end result. Did they get the sale? Were they good in the negotiation? But also not getting distracted by things like leave dates or expenses or anything else to do with the line management that they may have to try and force fit into the brief period of time they've got to spend with their people. Of course, measurement has to be about return on investment, and organisations are most likely to measure that return on investment by the traditional measures of things like sales volume and profitability. However, it's very important that we can also measure the behavioural profile of the individuals and match up that profile to the performance of the business. So, to put it more succinctly, what we do at Huthwaite International isn't identify top performers and then say to people, copy those performers. It's about finding out what top performers do when they are successful and then teaching other people how to do those things.